The Adventures of Tom Sawyer by Mark Twain. Longman Simplified English Series. Read by พิชิชัย นพเก้า Chapter 29. Huck can bear those ways. The boys' fight caused great excitement in the poor little village of St. Petersburg. Every haunted house in St. Petersburg and the neighboring village was dug up for hidden treasure, and not by boys, but by men. Some of them were serious, sensible men, too. Wherever Tom and Huck appeared, they were admired and stared. They were unable to remember that their remarks had processed words before, but now their sayings were treasured and repeated. Even the village paper published accounts of their lives. The widow Douglas invested Huck's money at 6%, and Judge Thatcher did the same with Tom's at Aunt Polly's request. Each boy had an income now that was simply gigantic, $1 for every weekday in the years and half of the Sundays, $4.25 a week in those simple days a boy could be fed, lodged, and sent to school, and clothes and watch, too. Judge Thatcher had formed a high opinion of Tom and said that he hoped to see him a great lawyer or a great soldier someday. He said that he meant to arrange that Tom should be admitted to the military college and afterwards to the best law school in the country, in order that he might be ready for either profession or both. Huck winced with, and the fact that he was under the widow Douglas's protection introduced him, drug him into society, and his sufferings were more than he could bear. The bravely bore his misery for 3 weeks and then was missing. The widow was full of anxiety and searched for him everywhere. The public also searched high and low, and even dug the river for his body. Early the 3rd morning, Tom Wesley went hunting about among some old empty barrels behind a ranch, and in one of them he found the deserter. Huck had slept there. He had just breakfast upon some stolen odds and ends, and was stretched out in comfort, smoking his pipe. He was uncombathed, and dressed in the same old rags which he wore in days when he was free and happy. Tom pulled him out, told him of the trouble he has been causing, and asked him to go home. Huck's face lost his contentment. "Don't talk about it, Tom," he said. "I tried, and it doesn't work. I'm not used to it. The widow's good to me and friendly, but I can't bear those ways. She makes me get up at the same time every morning. She makes me watch, and the servants comb me to pieces. She won't let me sleep in the woodshed. I'm forced to wear those horrible clothes. They won't let any air get through, somehow, and while I'm wearing them, I can't sit down, or lie down, or roll about anywhere. I have to go to church and wear shoes or Sunday. The widow gets up by a bill. She eats by a bill. She goes to bed by a bill. Everything is horribly regular that I can't bear it. Well, everybody lives like that, Huck. Tom, I'm not everybody and I can bear it. It's awful to be tied up so and food comes too easily. I don't take any interest in it that way. I have to ask to go fishing. I have to ask to go swimming. I have to ask if I want to do everything at all. They made me talk so nicely. They made me talk so nicely and correctly that I had to go in the woodshed and pause for a time to take the written taste out of my mouth. Or I have died. Tom, the widow wouldn't let me smoke. She wouldn't let me shout. She wouldn't let me yawn or stretch and scratch in front of people. Besides, that school will be open soon and she wants me to go to it. I couldn't face that. Tom, look here, Tom. Being rich isn't what people pretend it is. It's only worry and sweat and wishing all the time you were dead. Now this clothes suit me, and this barrel suits me, and I'm not going to leave them anymore. Tom, that's money has been the cause of all this trouble I'm in. Now, take my share of it. Give me a few cents now and again. Not often. I don't care much for a thing unless it's fairly hard to get and beg the widow to let me go. Oh, Huck, you know I can do it. It isn't fair. And besides, if you try this kind of life just a little longer, you'll begin to like it. Like it? Yes. You'll say next that I like a hot stove if I sat on it long enough. No, Tom, I won't be rich and I won't be shut up in those horrible houses. I like the woods and the river and the barrel and I will stick to them too. Hang it. Just as we got guns and a cave and are all ready to rough. The widow's foolishness spoiled it all. Tom saw his opportunity. Look here, Huck. Being rich isn't going to prevent me from being a robber. No. Oh, do you really mean that, Tom? It's as true as I'm sitting here. But Huck, we can't let you join the gang if you're not respectable, you know. Huck's face clouded. You can't let me join, Tom? Why? Didn't you let me be a pirate? Yes, but that's different. A robber is more hired. very high rank, Lord, and people like that. No, Tom, haven't you always been friendly to me? You wouldn't keep me out, would you, Tom? You wouldn't do that now, would you, Tom? Huck, I wouldn't want to, and I don't want to. But what would people say? Why? They say, Tom Sawyer's skank. There are some very low-class fellow in it. They mean you, Huck. You wouldn't like that, and I wouldn't. Huck was silent while a struggle was going on in his mind. Finally, he said, well, I'll go back to the widow of a month and see if I can bear it. If you'll let me join the gang, Tom. All right. Huck, I agree. Come along, old fellow, and ask the widow not to be so hard on you. Will you, Tom, now will you? That's good for you. If she leave out some of the hardest things, I manage to leave there or birds. When are you going to start a gang? Oh, at once. We'll get the boys together and have a swelling in tonight. What that? Is two words to stand by one another and never tell the gang secrets, even if you are caught up into a little bit. That's grand, Tom. That's really grand, isn't it? And all that swearing must be done at midnight in the loneliest, awfulest place you can find. And haunted house is the best, but they're all dark up now. Well, midnight goes anywhere. Tom, yes, so it is. And you to swear on a coffin and sign it with blood. Now, that's glorious. Why? It's a million times better than being a pirate. I'll stick to the widow till I die, Tom. And if I become a first-class robber and everybody talking about me, she'll be proud that she dragged me in out of the rain.